Right then, get some space. We're going to do a full body tonight, similar to last week. We're going to introduce some bridges again. If you were here last week, probably last week we'll do the bridges. So see if we can get any better. For Stewie, have a go. We'll see how we get on with this. So everyone in 4-point position to start. Okay, we're going to warm up the core like we have been doing recently. So I want you to stay on your hands and come up into top press-up position. Now from that point, I want you to lift up through the rib cage. So you're opening up the upper back, rounding out the shoulders. Okay, and then from there, I want you to rock forward on the wrists. Okay, nice squeeze through the abs, tuck your bum in. So bum down towards the floor, and then back as far as you can into downward dog. We need to keep a nice tight contraction on the abdominals, and I want you to stay rounded through the upper back. Okay, you can do 10 of those. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and tight on the abs. Nice contraction underneath the rib cage. 7, 8. Keep the back rounded. 9, 10. Hold that plank position. I want you to drop the hips, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then back up into that rounded position. I'm going to do 10 of those. Drop the hips, don't arch the back, just squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then lift it up through the spine, open up the shoulder blades. 3, just do 5 of these. 4, stay nice and tight through the core. 5, okay, so come up into downward dog. So keep the knees bent to start, just work the feet in. Release the knees, so straight leg, one at a time. Push into the heels. And then go a little bit closer with your hands towards your feet. And push right up into the sky with your bum. So tailbone right up in the air. Big deep breath. And then on the exhale, release, and then bring the foot up to the hand. So we're in a mountain climber position there. Okay. So from there, try and lift up onto the back leg and try and straighten the front leg. And then back knee to the floor. Do that 5 times. So try and straighten that front leg, straighten the back leg. Get a nice stretch into the hamstring on the front foot. Keep your head pointing down towards the ground. Do 2 more. 1 more. And then bring that leg back into downward dog. So from here, stand with the right leg. I want to go knee up in the air, right up to the ceiling. And then this time, as you bring it down, just want you to bring the knee to the right elbow. Stay balanced, and then back up to the ceiling. Okay, we'll do 5 of those. Knee to elbow, stay balanced. Back up in the air. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Hold. And then knee back up in the air. And then this time as it comes down, just bring the knee in between the hands and relax into a glute stretch or pigeon pose. Just relax your elbows to the floor. Back foot onto the floor as well. And just ease into that stretch. Now play about with the hips, so just rock it to side, get a little bit of mobility in it. So 2 deep breaths. 1 more, and then relax into it a little bit further. So if you can get your head on the floor, brilliant. If not, just go as deep as you can into the stretch. Ten seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Come out of that nice and slowly. Back foot up. Bring the knee out, back into top plank position. And then we'll go through the same process on the left leg. Okay? So into downward dog. Again, adjust your feet if you need to. So push into the hands and then tailbone right up in the air. Really extend the spine. Head right through. And then bring the left foot towards the left hand into mountain climber. So from there, we're going to go lift up onto the back leg and then try and straighten the front leg. So 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep the foot grounded. That's one foot grounded. Don't let the toes come off. Try and straighten that leg. Relax. So back up into downward dog. So this time, same as the right side, go left knee in the air. And then as that leg comes forward, left knee to left elbow, hold for a second, and then back up. 5 times. 1. Focus on your breathing. 2. 3. 4. 1 more. 5. Back into downward dog. And then knee comes up in between the hands. And just relax into that glute stretch. I'm going to bring that foot up a little bit further. Go for it. Try and get this hip down towards the heel on that front foot. And then just relax. 2 big deep breaths. And the second exhale, get a little bit deeper. Head to the floor. Ten seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. So come out of that top press position. So from here, we're going to go shoulders over the wrists as far as you can go. Then down into cobra. And we'll do that 5 times, okay? So we release the spine in this position. Get a good stretch. Ease out of that, come back onto the knees. So up into top plank or top press up position. Straight arms over the wrists, go as deep as you can, and then down slowly to the floor, back up into cobra. 3, 2, 1. So back onto your knees. 3 more. Straight arms. Shoulders over the wrists as far as possible. Slowly down. Push up. 2 big deep breaths. Squeeze the shoulders back. And then roll back onto your knees. 2 more. Top press position, straight arms. Pressure of the wrists as far as you can go. Bend the elbows slow to the floor into extension. This time I like to push up onto the hands, straight elbows, and get your chest as high as possible. 3, 2, 1, release. Back onto the knees once more. So up into plank. Shoulders over the wrists. Slowly down. And then push up into cobra one last time. Chest up as high as possible. Straight arms. And then just relax your elbows to the floor. Chest to the floor. And then just have a moment to focus on the breathing. Just going to go into some core additional there. So we're going to start in plank position. So if you watch me to start with, so from that plank position, we'll do a similar thing to what I was doing on the hands. So we're just going to round the upper back, push the tailbone in, so you're creating a big arch through that upper back, and then drop the hips to the floor. We'll do 10 reps in that position. Then we're going to drop back to normal plank. Then we go 5 on one side, knee to elbow, 5 on the other, and then a 30-second plank additional. Okay? So follow me. Bit sweaty. So into plank. So round that upper back, pull the tummy in, squeeze right under the rib cage, tuck your bum in, and then drop the hips to the floor, back up 10 times. Try and get into that same position straight away. 3, drop the hips. 4, keep that squeeze underneath the rib cage. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. 1 knee to elbow. 5 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Opposite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 30-second hold. Ten seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Nice work. Oh, that was tough. So a minute rest. We'll go through that again. Try and get it all unbroken if you can. It's hard to maintain that position. Trying to get as rounded as you can through that upper back. Try and get that squeeze right under the rib cage. Okay, nice and tight, right into that V that comes up into the sternum. "15 seconds. You ready? So back into plank. So hips to the floor, push it up, round at the back, tuck the tailbone in. 2, and 3, hips to the floor. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So one leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Swap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 30 seconds. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Nice. Good work. That was tough. All right, grab a drink. Dust yourself down. So I want everyone to be lying on their backs now. So we'll get some activation through the hamstrings first, and then free off the upper back, and then we'll go into some bridges. Okay? So feet shoulder width apart, knees bent. Lie yourself back. So from here, hands by your side. It's going to go up into bridge, so lift up. We'll do 5 double leg. So go with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold that top position. So we go 1 leg in the air. We go 5 from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the hips in the air. Swap. 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the hips in the air. Drop the 1 leg down. Top left leg on top of the right leg. I'm just going to do 5 lifts from there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hips in the air. Change. Again, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Both feet on the floor. Go 20 reps from that position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Get right up to straight in 10. Right up. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Good. 6 steps up. So feet shoulder width apart. Hands behind you. Fingers pointing away. Okay, and then we're going to go hips in the air. Up to straight. Just looking up to the ceiling. Squeeze shoulder blades back. Try and get your hips as high as possible. So you should be straight from knee to shoulder. And then back down. Okay. So just a 5-second hold at that top point. Really squeeze your shoulders back. Okay. We'll do 3 more of those. 5-second hold. It's up. Lift up. Squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Should feel it in the forearms and wrists. Okay, we're going to turn the fingers pointing forwards this time. Okay, we'll do 1 more of these. So lift up again. Head back, look up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Hips up. 3, 2, 1. And relax. So legs out straight in front of you. And then just fold forward. Try and get your head on your knees. Move deep into the stretch as you can go. Ten more seconds in this position. 3, 2, 1. Go back to that stretch. Keep your legs forwards, point your toes away from you, and then just rotate the upper body. Really walk your hands around as far as you can get. Get some torsion across the chest. Wrap yourself around. Try and get as much movement out of that as possible. Swap sides. So anchor yourself in with that front arm. Walk the opposite arm around as far as you can get. So breathe nice and deeply. And each exhale, just let yourself relax into the stretch a little bit more. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So lie yourself on your back. We're going to go into the first bridge. So for you guys that have done it before, you know the position to adopt. So hands behind you, underneath your shoulders, elbows pointing up to the ceiling. Okay, I want you to bridge up first, and then lift the back, push up to straight up. Okay, so a couple of second hold at that top point. Do 3 reps for me. One more if you've got it. Sit yourselves up. Once you've done that, feet together. Bring your heels in as close to your hips as possible. And let your knees just drop out as far as you can. So in that position, I want you to fold forward. Use your feet as an anchor point if you want. Draw those heels right into the body. Tuck your head in. Concertina as far and as deep as possible. 3 big deep breaths. Relax into it every time. Let's come out of that slowly. Let the feet just edge forward, come straight leg. Now I want you to just go into a shoulder flow. Seed. Okay, so if I do it this way around so you can see where my hands are placing, try and get as high into the back with that low hand. Try and get as deep into that with the upper hand. Okay, just 10 reps. Try and sit as bolt upright as you can. Right, on the 10th, just try and get the hands as close together as possible. 5-second hold. 3, 2, 1. Swap it over. One side's bent to be good, the other one not so good. Try and get as close as you can, fingers to fingers. If you can grab them, really tight squeeze, pull them together. And release. If you can't get them, you've probably got too much muscle bulk. That's what I say anyway. Right then, 3 bridges again. Okay, so get your hand position first. Hips in the air, push it up. Try and get straight arms. Lock out those elbows. One more. And relax. Sit yourselves up again. So I want to go one leg internally rotated, one leg externally rotated. So one leg turned out, one leg turned in. So in this position, I want you to try and fold forwards as far as you can, towards one leg, and towards the opposite leg. So the one that's turned out is going to be easier. So fold towards that leg first, then fold forwards, and then fold to the one that's turned in. That's going to be the most difficult. Got my gangster pose on again. Yo. So 3 reps, each position. 2, 3, and swap over. Turn one leg out, one leg in. Get 90 degrees. So fold towards the outturned leg, fold forward, fold to the internal leg. 3 times each position. And relax. So one more set of bridges. Make this your best one. Should video all these. Ready? Let's go. Oh. Nice. Good work. So sit yourself up into frog stretch. One more hip mobilization. So stand your hands to start, knees as wide as you can get. Okay, just release the feet a second. Try and keep the heels grounded. And then go elbows to the floor. Now, as I've spoken about the last few weeks, try and get the spine straight in this position. So don't have a rounded back. Put yourself into neutral spine position. You're deadlifting, pick up a clean, really push the bum out. Now from there, I want to go heels together. Just keeping that spine straight, push back. Go as deep as you can without manipulating the spine. Ten seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Just open the feet a little bit. Rock yourself onto your elbows a little bit further. And then go chest towards your fists. Try and get your hips to the ground. Well, that's your aim. Tuck your tailbone in. Push right down. You might get a few clicks, that's fine. And then back up. Neutral spine. Heels together. Push back again. A little bit longer this time. Another 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Release again. Rock forward slightly. Chest towards your fist. Tuck your tailbone in. Hips towards the floor. And release. Come up onto your hands. Come up onto the right knee. Left leg out straight. So left toe pointing forwards. And then from there, I want to sit back onto your right heel. Ooh, there goes my knee. Try and sit back as deep as you can. Try to get your bottom right to the heel. And then lift back up. Do 3 of those. Again. Hands to the floor this time. Push back. Should feet now right on the inside of that left abductor. Elbows to the floor if you can get them to the floor. Still keep pushing back with that left hip. Back up slowly. Once more. Hands to the floor, push back. Bum to the heel. Elbows to the floor, push right into that left hip. And release. Slowly back in. And then swap sides. So right leg goes straight. Push back onto the left heel. You can do it there, touching the floor on the first one. Hands forward for a bit of balance. Bum right to heel. And then back up. Second 2 will bring the hands to the floor. And then push back a little bit further. Keep that right foot grounded. Try and open up inner thigh on the right side. If you want to turn, try and push the knee down towards the floor. A bit more internal rotation. Sit back up. Hips forwards. Once more. Good. So roll into a 4-point position and then bring yourself chest to the floor. For the guys who've done the last 2 days training, we'll release off the quads. So quad stretch, So if you go right foot first, so right hand onto the right foot, left elbow underneath the chest, try and get as much of a stretch into that quad as possible. But also need to rotate the upper body. You should feel a bit of a back stretch in this position. Chest should be stretching. The obliques on this right side should be stretching. Elbows to the ceiling. Keep pushing up on that left elbow on the floor. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Release. Same again the opposite side. So right elbow underneath the right shoulder. Left hand onto the left foot. Quad stretch. Rotate through that upper body. Really get a twist on that lower part of the obliques and the abdominals. Ten seconds. Keep it held. 3, 2, 1. Release. We did this last week. We've got a double foot. Okay, so hold both at the same time. Now, at this point, I want to contract with the quads to lift up through the upper back. Okay, so we'll do 5 contractions. Ready? 3, 2, 1. So, quad contraction, lift up the upper back, and release. Big deep breath. Exhale. Contract. And release. 3 more. Contract. And release. Try and get your knees off the floor this time. Big exhale. Contract. And release. Deep breath. Exhale, contract, lift the legs. And release. Once more. Big deep breath. And relax. Good work. So just come into child pose. Release the arms up onto the fingers. Get a good stretch through that upper back. Really open up each segment of the spine. So try and keep your bum in contact with your heels. And try and creep your fingers forward as much as possible. I want 3 big deep breaths. And exhale, just creep your fingers a little bit further forward. Keep your heels in contact with your bum. One more big deep breath. And come out of that. Lie yourself on your side. One leg over. We'll feel off the back to finish. So open and close, open back, keeping the knee in contact with the floor. Two more. One more. Hold. Everyone should be getting shoulders on the floor now. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Swap sides. So open, close, that will back. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 5. Hold. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Superflex Thursdays. That's a wrap.